Hello guys and girls, welcome back. It's me, Vital Buzz, and welcome to another Car Mechanics Simulator video where we are going to be stripping the engine out of this Bolt Cape vehicle that we bought from a barn find. So without further ado, let's get straight into the restoration project. Okay, the first thing we're going to need to do is move the car over to the lift so that then we can jack it up, take a little peek inside and do a quick analysis on what we need to do. Well, it's irrelevant anyway because we are going to be stripping the engine out of this vehicle. So let's just have a quick look at the status. As previously stated in the last video, the car's value is now just over 17,500, which I think is about 3,000 profit for just moving it from the barn to the garage. So that's always nice, but we are not going to settle for that. Tell you what, I'll have a sip of Coke just to wash my mouth out so my tongue doesn't get in a twist. There we go. Okay, yeah, so we are going to be stripping the engine out. So that's what we're going to be doing right now. And also any parts that we do manage to strip out of this vehicle, providing the conditions above 15%, we will attempt to repair as many items as possible. Might as well do the brake servo while we're at it. But what I'd like to say also, guys, while we're stripping this engine down, the GTA 5 car meets that I'm hosting every Sunday, I'll tell you what, you guys are just absolute legends. The people who watch the videos, support my channel, who attend to these car meets and are true legends in the way that everyone has fun. We don't take things too seriously, but at the same time we don't make everyone's lives difficult by doing things we shouldn't be doing. And I just want to say a massive thank you to everyone for supporting the videos that I'm doing related to that channel. What I will do, for those who are watching this video and are curious to find out exactly what those car meets entail, I'll leave a link at the end of this video so that you can click on it and go and check out some of the videos I've done. There's only 5 at the moment, but this is a weekly thing. I mean, we've only been doing this now for just over a month, and the gatherings are actually growing as well. I think we started out with about 8 to 10 people, and now it's getting close to about 20. So it's growing fast. So yeah, it's just absolutely fantastic. And I tell you what, I am enjoying doing those videos. Gives me something to look forward to every weekend, as well as this game as well. I mean, I absolutely adore this game. I just love the fact that you can play Car Mechanics Simulator by yourself, just chill out with a beer, with a can of Coke, with a cup of tea, whatever your poison is, and just take the pleasure and satisfaction of stripping a car down to its bare bones, the skeleton, rebuild it from scratch, and then either keep it or sell it on for a nice tidy profit. And it's not stressful in any way, shape or form. Right, okay, so we're still slowly but surely taking apart all the engine. We're just removing the exhaust manifold now. We need to remove the bottom part of that manifold as well. We've just removed all the rods. I think we've got the fuel filter to come out as well. There we go. That's out. The oil filter, the ignition coil, of course. How can we forget that? I think while we're at it as well, we might as well strip away the radiator and the radiator fan and see if we can do something with those parts. The water pump's somewhere, and we've got the alternator to take apart, as well as the serpentine belts. This is the first belt I take apart. You see, I'm slowly but surely gathering a bit of general knowledge of the mechanical workings of inside an engine, because before watching Car Mechanics Simulator, I could probably name you the basic parts to an engine, but I could not go into any detail whatsoever. And by watching these videos and actually playing the game itself, I am learning an awful lot. And so too can you guys as well. Unless you guys who are watching the video already are absolute pros and already know what an engine entails, what all the mechanical moving parts on a vehicle entail. I think the water pump's still got to come off. Unless we've already moved off, and that's the alternator. The crankshaft's going to need to come out, but we're going to need to go and undo the cat rods underneath the vehicle, so we're going to have to jack it up into the air. We'll move these supporting rods. Have I done the other side? No, there's one here as well. There it is. Strip that down. Oh yeah, the ignition coils, and we need to remove the spark plugs as well. Take apart the ignition distributor cap and the ignition components itself. Also, if you're playing this game, do not forget to remove the caps in order for you to remove the cap block off. As you can see, it's a bit fiddly, but you get there in the end. There's the rotor. You can take that apart. Hopefully, if we fail to repair any parts in the brake, we may have some spares lying around in our inventory, which would help out significantly. To be fair, to remind myself, I actually need to store a bit of supply of spark plugs, maybe the ignition rods that you use for the engine head block, probably some brake pads, brake calipers, all that sort of thing. Let's see what I'm doing there. Right. What is stopping us from stripping this top part of the engine out? Am I missing something? Maybe. Oh yeah, it's a spark plug. There we go. Now we can remove the top part of the engine head block. Fingers crossed we'll be able to repair that. Let's have a look at the condition of the pistons. Well, first impressions, looking at the pistons, they don't look too bad actually. I think we're going to have to jack the car up for this next part, because we do need a complete strip down of the engine. I think we're going to need to remove the drive shaft as well. That's going to have to be removed in order to get access to the gearbox, which then I can get access to the actual engine block when we've finally stripped all the parts down for that. We'll leave the exhaust manifold out because we don't need to do anything with that just yet, although we will be stripping that down eventually. Right, engine. So it is, actually we do need to remove the front part of the exhaust, but that's it. What's that? That's the starter motor, isn't it? Which I need to get access from up above. There's always something you miss. Every time you miss something. Right. Okie dokie. Strip that out. There we go. And that's that done. I think... What level are we on now? Level 11. Don't quote me on this, I could be wrong, but I seem to remember people saying when you hit about level 12, you unlock the junkyard. So that will actually tie in very nicely with us finishing this vehicle off. Because then, if we are serious about doing some big projects and restoration jobs, we can go to the junkyard and have a look around to see what they have, as well as look for spares as well. So maybe that will be the next project that we'll do, because I don't think you want to see me doing maintenance jobs on customer vehicles. Yeah, as fun as they are, you kind of want to see the big projects like this, where we rebuild something from nothing, absolutely nothing, a big pile of rust, into something shiny, splendid and spectacular. Right, I've got all these bearings to move out, and rod caps as well. Take these out. I don't think these cost a lot actually. Well, they're not the most expensive part to find on a vehicle. I think the one that I'm a little bit concerned with, well, there's a few bits I'm concerned with if we do break them, are the actual engine head and the engine block and the gearbox. They are probably one of the few big jobs that will actually cost a little bit of money, depending on what engine and gearbox it is that's required for the vehicle, because there are different models and designs that you can get. So some obviously cost a lot more than others. So depending on how much we need to spend, if we do end up breaking one of the components that I already mentioned, I'm hoping we don't. Ideally, I'd like to think we'd be able to repair all the very expensive parts. Come on, I'm missing something there. There it is. There it is. There's that bearing cap that we're looking for. I think now we can get access. No, there's another one somewhere. What am I missing? I can't see it anywhere. There should be one more somewhere. Or there's something that's stopping me getting this rod out. Oh, where am I going? I've lost me bearings. I can't cope. Right, there we go. Let's run along the bottom of the crankshaft and see if we've missed anything out. Unless, actually, no, of course not. The reason why I can't take it out... Nope. Nope. Okie dokie, there we go. Yeah, probably the main reason why we can't take it out is because I need to remove the pistons out. It would help, wouldn't it? It would help significantly. But I could do with the... I need to actually figure out how you can remove the engine block. I don't think I've got the tool to move the engine, unless it's something I've not figured out. In which case, if you guys want to comment on how you actually strip the engine out of the vehicle and put it on the engine rack, then it'll probably save me moving the car lift up and down multiple times and probably save a lot of time in the process. Let's remove that piston rod there. Okay. Can I remove... Yeah, I can remove the camshaft. That's out. Okay. Right. Jack the vehicle up again. And I think we can take out the camshaft. The crankshaft. The camshaft's already been taken out. Where is it? There we go. That's out. I think all that's left now is just the engine block itself, and then we're good to go to the repair table and repair any of the parts. Right, engine block out. So you can see we've got all the suspension to take apart, the brakes, the brake pads, or the exhaust manifolds. That's all. The middle part of the muffler needs to come out as well. What's that? The rear drive axle. We've got the front suspension cross member to come out. So yeah, there's still a bit of work left to be done. Anyway, repair bench it is, and let's see what we can actually repair without breaking anything. So we've got a few parts that are in very poor condition, so let's see what we can actually do. It's random, this is, because there you can see the repair chance is 79%. That is close to 100, and I'm going to leave that. I can live with that. So we'll come out of that and go back in, because you can't always rely on the fact you're going to repair everything with the 75% chance, because there's always the 25% chance you'll break something. Let's see what cheap parts we can actually repair. So far, so good. It says, last famous words. Let's come out of that again, go back in. Hopefully it'll reset everything again. Yay, that's another part repaired. Phew. Ignition coil. So I like to spread it out across, so you're not focusing on one part all the time when you're repairing something. So that's the fan repaired. That's good news. The crankshaft's there. That's at 54. The intake manifold, that's at 83. Let's come out of that again. Go back in. I know this is probably a cheaty way of doing it if it succeeds, but... Oh, there's the first part broken. Second part broken. Let's come out of it and go back in again. 3 parts broken. We're on a roll now. Our good luck has deserted us. Okay, the engine head. I'm going to leave that for the moment. Broken. Water pump is fixed. Rod cap, camshaft. I want to try and get everything repaired as close to 100% as possible. I mean, if it's like 90% and I've got a little bit more left to repair and the risk is high, I'm going to leave it. That's broken. Starter motor's good. Now the gearbox, I'm going to leave that for a minute. The radiator's broken. The alternator's broken. We're doing well now. The drive shaft. Broken. Oh, it started off so well. I'm going to leave them as they are, I think. Broken, yeah, you see? Broken. Everything's just breaking now. What is the point? At least the camshaft's repaired. That gearbox is making me nervous. Ignition coil repaired. That's good. Ignition distributor cap repaired. Rod cap repaired. I'm going to leave that clip as it is. That looks okay. That's okay. Oh, 99%. You know what? I think I can live with that. Doesn't need to be 100. We can live with that for sure. Right, let's go and assess the damage. I think we're going to need a brand new engine block, because I don't think that was quite 15%. Yeah, 14%. We couldn't repair that. The crankshaft broke. There's a few bits actually that we didn't manage to repair. We need some new pistons. Rod caps we're going to need more of. The clutch plate broke. I'm disappointed with the engine head block. I thought we'd get that repaired, but at least we managed to get the gearbox and the starter motor back to near enough 100% condition. That alternator broke too. We're going to need to buy quite a few parts, but at least the ignition coil and the fan we managed to salvage. Okay, so the first parts we're going to need a new engine block and a new crankshaft, because they are completely kaput. So they're both 16B components. Which way am I going? I'm going this way. Okie dokie. Engine block. Scroll across to engine. If you can't remember the name, just look for the blue one. So we need that. We need the engine head, and I think we need a cover as well, because that broke too. That was disappointing, that was. So how much does it cost us? 700 for the engine block. Goodness gracious me. And 1400 for an engine block. That's, what, nearly 2,500 just for the basic engine itself. That is ridiculous. The crankshaft I could have done with managing to salvage something from that. We've got enough clips. Crankshaft bearing caps, you always need a few, so we'll buy 6 of them. So we've got some in stock. Okie dokie, what else do we need? Rod caps, don't we? Rod caps, that's all the way down here. Let's buy a few more. So we've got a bit of a stockpile. A bit further. SRS, because everything's organised alphabetically. There we are, rod caps. Let's get 6. That'll do. That'll do. Right, and let's start rebuilding this engine again. Part mount. in goes the engine block. A brand new shiny engine. I think we repaired the ignition coil, didn't we? That can go in. Splendid. We need new pistons. But I think we need to put the crankshaft in. So let's install the crankshaft. And then we can concentrate on top of the engine and then come back to this later on. Can I actually install the camshaft as well? Can the... No, that needs to be done up above. That's fine. We'll do this first, because I don't want to keep going back and forth between the base of the engine, the bottom of the engine to the top, because that can be an absolute pain in the backside. So we'll work our way down. There we go. We're getting there, guys. Slowly but surely. It's coming together. Hopefully we'll have a car worthy for anyone. Well, saying that, I don't really think I want to keep this. Because we haven't got the paint spray booth, so I would have ideally loved to have resprayed the car. But then again, we haven't got the welding gear either, so I can't fix the body panels to get rid of all the rust, which is a shame. I need to think about the rims and the tyres. I think we may replace them actually, because they do look a bit worn. So we'll get some new rims and tyres on this. Get it looking good. Right, top of the engine. Let's have a look. Actually, can we install? Yes, we can. We'll install the camshaft. Where is it? Where's my cursor? There it is. One camshaft. Shiny, brand new, repaired. The fuel pump. Yeah, we need a fuel pump. 16B. I need to have a look at some other parts that we need. A water pump, 16B. So what do we need? We need a fuel pump, 16B. A water pump, 16B. An arm A, 16B. And an arm B, 16B. And we also need an oil filter, 16. So a lot of 16 and 16B components. Okay. So what do we need? Fuel pump, wasn't it? So we're down here near the bottom. Okie dokie. I could do actually find out what pistons we need along with the rings. Maybe the standard ones. So we needed the oil filter. If we scroll up a bit further, did we need a ignition distributor cap? We'll come back to that. I'm not bothered at the moment. We needed a fuel pump, didn't we? 16B. Oh yeah, that was the other one. A water pump, 16B as well. I forgot. WVW. There we go. Water pump. Where's the 16B? 16B. Yep, that's the one. And then we needed the arms, didn't we? Which are near the top. Okie dokie. All the way to the top. ARM. Like I say, all this inventory list is done alphabetically. So we've got ARM. What's that? ARM A 16B. Need one of them. And ARM B 16B. I mean, those parts are relatively cheap enough. Okay. Let's install those bits to the vehicle. So that's that. The water pump. Splendid. Back it up so I can see what I'm doing. Attach arm A on. Not forgetting the oil filter as well. Come on, oil filter. try it again. Okay, doesn't want to work. That's fair enough. I'm sure I bought an oil filter. I did, yeah. 16, oil filter 16. I'm pretty sure I did. So I don't know why the part doesn't want to mount on unless we need to mount on some other parts to the vehicle. Accessible from... Ah, that's why it's accessible from underneath the car. Right. What's left to go on? On the engine block. Let's just have a quick scan round. Did we manage to repair the alternator? No, we didn't, did we? That was disappointing. The power steering... 1%. No, we need a power steering pump as well. Okie dokie. And the pistons. What pistons do we need? Let's have a look. Come on. Come on. There we go. So it's just a standard piston with Comrod. I think it's just a standard piston. Okie dokie. So we need an alternator, if I can find it. Where is it? The alternator 16B, wasn't it? Yeah, that's right. Right, pistons. Before I forget. P, that's at I. Keep scrolling down. Gone past it. Radiator. We need a new radiator actually. Piston with Comrod. So we need how many of them? Can't remember. Is it 5 or 6? We'll get 6. We'll get 6. We'll get 6 of these rings because I can't remember if we actually need the rings. We may do. I think we do. Yes, we do. So that's 1 piston in. How many have we got? 2, 4, 6. Yeah, there is 6 piston rods that we need. So I think we just have enough for the job. There we go. Right, I think what I'll do, we'll install these piston rods and then we'll call it here for this video because I do realise that time's rattling on. And what I'll do off camera, I'll buy all the parts that we need to install for the engine, and then I'll strip down the exhaust. Come on. Doesn't want to do it. Come on. Come on, there we go. I'll strip down, like I say, the exhaust and any other parts that I need to strip down on the vehicle, so that I'm not wasting time there, so that we can actually press on with the restoration of this vehicle, because I want to get most of it, if not all of it, done in the next video. So what I will say is, if you've enjoyed watching this 4th part of the Car Mechanic Simulator series that I'm doing on my channel, please give my video a like. It helps me out a lot actually, and I'll be very grateful if you could show your support that way. It'd be much appreciated. Don't forget you can subscribe also to the channel as well, so you can click on your notification bell if you want, and then you don't miss out on any of the latest videos that are coming out related to my channel. Also, I've left the link for the GTA car meet for one of the videos at the end of this video. It's probably going to be up on the screen now, so if you're interested in seeing what we get up to with that, click on the link. So yeah, all that is left for me to now say, guys, is thank you once again for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next part of this restoration build of Car Mechanic Simulator. Take care, guys, and as always, keep buzzing.